All right, guys, today we're going to be talking about unit conversions. This is found in chapter 1, section 2 of your notes. I'm just going to briefly go over what the prefixes mean and how we do these conversions. As always, if you are confused, feel free to reach out to me. So if you look at my paper, I have written the letters of each of the prefixes of our units down on my page. So I have K, meaning kilo, H, meaning hecto, D, meaning deca. Notice K, deca, capital D, super important because we have a lowercase d on the other side. We have our base unit. Our base units are our grams, our liters, our seconds, and our meters. So this is our base unit. If you ever see just one letter after a number, it is a base unit. Then we have deci, lowercase d. Notice there is a C in this one. Deci, centi, and milli. As we move away from this base unit, it is either getting bigger by 10 or smaller by 10. Okay, so bigger, smaller. One important thing to remember when we start to do our conversions is if we have a number and there is no decimal point present, it is assumed that that decimal point is at the end, so at the right-hand side. So if I were to write 29, there is no decimal point there, but we know that it's located right there. So let's go ahead and do some unit conversion practice. So the very first thing I do when I go to convert units is I write those prefixes at the top of my paper. K, kilo, H, hecto, D, deca, small u, I put a little line because I know that's my base unit. Then I have a lowercase d for deci. I have a lowercase c for centi, and I have a lowercase m for milli. Okay, I'm going to make these lines a little bolder so we don't get confused. There we go. So the first number I'm going to show you how to convert is going to be 32 meters, and I'm going to want to convert that into centimeters. So like I said earlier, we have an assumed decimal point here. So just because it's not there doesn't mean that it's not there. So my assumed decimal point is at the end of the 2. Because this is a meter, I know I'm going to start at my base unit. So what I'm going to do is on the right-hand side of my base unit, I'm going to act like there's a decimal point there. And I'm going to move my decimal point until I get to centimeter. So I'm going to move my decimal point 1, 2. So on my number of 32, I'm going to move my decimal point 1, 2. I fill in with zeros. I like to rewrite it, so I know that my answer is 3,200 centimeters. Let's do another